Sunny loved eating hazelnuts.
These hazelnuts are so crunchy. They are so delicious.
Sunny, look what I've got for you.
It's a jar full of my favorite hazelnuts. Thank you, Mother. You are really kind.
And I want you to learn to be kind and helpful too. So I'm going to keep this jar on top of the kitchen shelf, and I'll let you have some hazelnuts each time you're kind or helpful.
Huh.
Later that day, Sunny spotted a hungry sparrow.
Oh, that sparrow looks so hungry. I better give it something to eat. Here, little one, share my bread.
And so Sunny shared his food with the sparrow. Sunny's mother was watching him. She felt very happy to see Sunny being kind. And so she let Sunny have some hazelnuts from the jar. Please take some hazelnuts, Sunny. Sunny put his hand into the jar and took out a few hazelnuts.
Thank you, Mother. These are the best hazelnuts I've eaten.
The next day, Sunny's mother saw him being kind to an old lady.
Let me help you.
Since Sunny was being kind, his mother let him have more hazelnuts. You can have a few more hazelnuts, Sunny.
Yummy!
Sunny liked the hazelnuts so much that he wanted more and more of them. The next day, Sunny decided to be very helpful. He helped out with all the chores, and he hoped that his mother would let him have some hazelnuts again.
I'm sure Mother will let me have some more hazelnuts today, and when she does, I'll grab a whole handful.
Sunny's mother was very happy to see him being helpful, and so she let him have more hazelnuts. Sunny, please take some hazelnuts. But Sunny was very greedy this time. He put his hand into the hazelnut jar, and then he tried to pull out a fistful. But the jar's neck was very narrow, and to Sunny's great shock, his hand got caught.
Ow! My hand is stuck in the jar. Mother, help! Ow! What shall I do, Mother? How do I get my hand out?
You must stop being greedy, Sunny. Let go of all the hazelnuts in your fist and just take one or two. If you do that, your hand will come out.
Huh?
Sunny was a good little boy. He decided to stop being greedy and listen to his mother.
Hooray! My hand is free now, and I also have these delicious hazelnuts to eat.
Sunny was never greedy again. He never took more than he could comfortably hold again, for he had learned how being greedy could get him into trouble. Benny was a donkey. His master was a farmer. Even though the farmer always wished Benny well, Benny never listened to him. One day, the farmer had to travel across a high mountain. Climbing the mountain has been very tough, Master. I hope it will be easier for us to go down. But the other side of the mountain was even steeper, and that made going down the mountain even more difficult. Let's look for a shortcut, Master, and if we find one, we'll be able to go faster.
No, Benny. Let's stick to this path. It will take longer, but we will be much safer.
After some time, Benny and the farmer reached a cliff, and Benny stopped to see what was below. Ah, there's a meadow down there. It's full of green grass. I can see some bales of golden hay, too. I want to go down immediately and enjoy them all.
Huh? What?
Yes, Master. If I jump off this cliff, we'll reach the meadow in no time.
You'll be very silly if you jump off the cliff, Benny, but I'm not foolish. And so I'll walk down the mountain no matter how long it takes. Goodbye.
And so the farmer walked down the mountain on his own. But Benny decided to jump off the cliff even though the farmer had warned him not to. 1, 2, 3, jump! Eow! Luckily for Benny, he landed on a bale of hay. He didn't die, but he hurt himself too much. Ow! I wish I had listened to my master. He wished me well. I'm never going to make the mistake of not listening to him again. And so, Benny stopped being silly, and he also made sure that he always listened to those who cared about him. Rocky was a buffalo. He lived under a tree in a forest. Rocky had a very big body, and many of the little animals were afraid of Rocky.
Run! It's Rocky!
But Rocky wasn't one bit cruel. Mickey Monkey was Rocky's neighbor. He lived right above Rocky, and he was always rude and mean to Rocky. Sally Sparrow lived on the same tree, and she would get very angry when she would see Mickey troubling Rocky.
Rocky, Mickey is always troubling you. You must trouble him back so that he stops bothering you.
No, Sally, I don't like troubling anyone. I like to be kind and gentle. For if he doesn't, he'll surely get himself into trouble.
One day, Rocky had a surprise. His brother Stocky came to visit him.
Hello, Rocky.
Hello, brother. It's so nice to see you. Come and sit in the shade. I'll get you something to eat.
And so Rocky's brother sat under the tree while Rocky went to get some food. Soon, Mickey Monkey came out on the tree.
There's that big silly buffalo. I must make fun of him again today.
And so Mickey jumped on Stocky's back, and he pulled his tail and horns very hard, thinking that it was Rocky.
You're a silly buffalo, Rocky, and you look so ugly.
Rocky and Stocky were brothers, and they looked almost the same, but the two of them were very different.
How dare you treat me like that, monkey? Huh?
Stocky spanked Mickey with his tail, and then Stocky flung Mickey far from the forest.
Ow!
That day, Mickey learned a lesson that he never forgot. He understood that it was always best to behave himself and treat others nicely.
Always be kind, polite, and gentle.
Don't be mean or rude or treat anyone badly. Cheep!
Nicky grew up on a farm in the countryside. His parents were farmers. They had never been to school.
This is for you, Nicky.
Yes, thank you.
Nicky, we'd like you to go to the best school in the country.
Huh? But won't that be expensive?
Don't worry about anything, son. Just do your best.
And so, Nicky went to the best school, while his mother and father worked very hard to pay the school fees. After some months, Nicky returned to the farm for the holidays.
Mother and father, these are my best friends.
Hello, sons.
Welcome to our farm.
Nicky's parents welcomed his friends warmly. One day, one of the friends showed Nicky's parents a book. When the boys heard that Nicky's parents couldn't read and write, they began laughing.
Did you hear that? Nicky's parents can't read and write. They haven't been to school.
Huh?
Nicky felt very embarrassed.
Why did you tell my friends that you didn't know how to read and write? Everyone will laugh at me.
Nicky's parents felt very hurt, but they didn't say a word. A few days later, Nicky fell ill. He had to stay home for a long time.
I must ask my friends to visit me. I'll feel much better when they come.
Nicky waited for his friends, but they didn't come to see him. Nicky was disappointed, but his parents took very good care of him. They gave him healthy food, spent all their time with him. When Nicky found out how much trouble his parents had taken, he asked for forgiveness.
I'm so sorry, Mother.
Don't worry, son. Just get better soon.
We'll always be there for you. When Nicky went back to school, he studied very hard. He became a doctor. He bought a big house and invited his parents to stay with him. And whenever he met anyone, he always told them to love their parents. 2 farmers and the donkey. Farmer Fred had a donkey on his farm. The donkey was very helpful. He used to carry heavy loads for Farmer Fred. One day, Farmer Fred's brother came to the farm. His name was Farmer Ted.
Brother, I've grown some carrots on my farm. I want to take them to the market, but they are too heavy for me to carry. Can I borrow your donkey? Yes, brother, please do. I'll come along with you to the market.
And the 2 brothers left for the market. It was a very hot day, and soon the 2 brothers began to feel very hot. The donkey felt very hot too.
It's very hot today, and we've walked for a long while. Let's find a tree and rest in its shade. Yes, brother.
The 2 brothers looked around.
There isn't any tree here, but I have an idea. We'll sit in the donkey's shadow. That will keep us cool. Good idea, brother.
But the donkey's shadow wasn't big enough for both the brothers.
There's only a place for one of us in the donkey's shadow, so I'll sit there. I'm really tired. I'm tired too. And don't forget, the donkey belongs to me. But brother, you've lent the donkey to me for the journey, so the donkey is mine right now.
The 2 brothers began to squabble. They were both feeling very hot. Neither of them cared about what the donkey was feeling. Both these brothers are very selfish. They both want to sit in my shadow, but none of them care about me. Hey, there are some juicy carrots on my back. Maybe I should run away with them.
Oh no, we've both been very foolish. I agree. We both lost what was more valuable while fighting over a shadow.
Fighting over small things can make one lose big things. Rusty the rooster woke up with the sun. He had a good night's sleep on a tree branch.
Good morning, everyone. It's time to rise and shine.
Hello, Rusty.
Huh?
Rusty looked down and saw a red fox. He was standing right under the tree.
Oh, it's that greedy fox. I better be careful, or he'll try to eat me, like he's eaten my friends.
Rusty ignored the fox, but the fox called out to Rusty again.
I have come to give you some good news. The lion, the king of our forest, made a new rule last night. He wants us all to follow it now.
Rusty didn't trust the fox too much, but he was still very curious.
What is the Lion King's new rule, Mr. Fox?
The Lion King wants all the animals in the forest to be friends. He wants us all to live like brothers and in peace.
Huh.
Yes. And he wants us to celebrate this rule by going to his den together. He's having a breakfast party for all of us there today. So come down, Rusty. We'll go to the Lion King's den together and have breakfast together there.
Suddenly, some dogs barked in the distance, and the fox was very startled. Well, he was very afraid of dogs, for dogs always chased and troubled him.
Dogs! Oh no!
Rusty noticed how afraid the fox was, and so he used the chance to see if the fox was trying to trick him and eat him.
Mr. Fox, I'm really happy to hear about this new rule. I'd love to join you for breakfast. But let's invite the dogs to join us. They can come with us to the Lion King's den, and we can all have breakfast together.
The fox grew very uncomfortable now.
Are the dogs anywhere nearby, Rusty? Can you see them from your branch?
Rusty couldn't see the dogs anywhere nearby, but he decided to trick the fox in turn.
Yes, they are. In fact, they're coming this way now.
Yikes!
The fox was so scared that he turned around and ran as fast as he could.
Where are you going, Mr. Fox?
No! The dogs will shatter me into pieces.
But you said the Lion King wants all the animals in the forest to be friends, and that he wants us all to live like brothers, also in peace, without troubling each other.
Yes, but I guess the dogs are not aware of this new rule.
Rusty had a good laugh after the fox ran away. He realized that the fox had been tricked easily, and that was because he used to trick everyone else.
Those who trick others, sooner or later, get tricked themselves.
Billy was a kid, a young goat. He had just grown a pair of horns, and he was very proud of them. He showed his horns off to all his friends on the farm.
Miss Cow, look at my horns. Don't they look smart?
Moo! Yes, Billy! One day, the farmer took Billy and the other goats to graze in a pasture. It was right next to the woods. All the goats spent their time grazing, but Billy spent most of his time showing the woodland animals his horns.
Rabbit, look at my horns. Don't they look nice?
Billy was having such a good time that he didn't notice a fox who was nearby. The fox was playing a pipe softly and watching Billy.
That kid looks so delicious. I wish I could eat him.
After some time, the farmer gathered all the goats together.
Come on, everyone. It's time to go back to the farm.
All the goats heard the farmer and followed him back to the farm. But Billy didn't hear a thing. He was busy showing a squirrel his horns.
Look at my horns, squirrel. Aren't they smart?
A little while later, Billy realized that he was all alone in the pasture.
Oh no, the farmer has taken the other goats back to the farm. I better hurry and catch up with them.
The fox noticed that Billy was alone.
Aha! I can catch the kid easily now.
And so the fox jumped out and surprised Billy.
Hello, kid. You have such fine horns. Why don't you come with me and tell me about them?
Billy was smart. He immediately understood what the fox wanted, and so he quickly came up with a plan to save himself.
Mr. Fox, I know you want to eat me, and I really don't mind. But before you do, may I ask you to play your pipe? The woodland animals have told me that you're a great musician. I really want to hear your music, and if you allow me, I'll sing along.
The fox felt very flattered. He immediately pulled out his pipe to play a tune.
All right, I'll play a tune, and you must sing along.
Billy used the chance to call the farmer.
Help, 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 help.
The farmer and the other goats heard Billy's voice.
Oh no, one of the kids is still in the pasture. He sounds like he's in trouble. I must go back and get him.
And so the farmer ran to save Billy. The fox was very startled when he saw the farmer.
Oh no, the farmer is coming back. I better run away before he catches me.
And so the fox turned around and ran as fast as he could.
Phew.
The farmer took Billy back to the farm, and Billy felt very lucky that he had been saved. But he also realized his mistake, and he decided that he would never let himself or his mind wander again, for it could get him into trouble.
Don't let yourself or your mind wander, for it can get you into trouble.
Long, long ago, there lived 3 friends. They made their living by selling spices. One day, one of the friends had an idea.
Let's go to the neighboring country. I've heard that the people there like spices. We can sell our spices to them. But isn't the neighboring country far away? No, it isn't. It'll take us just a few days to get there. Come on, let's go.
On the way, the 3 friends came across an enormous desert.
Huh? Friends, look, there's a desert here. It looks really big. This desert is not that big. We'll cross it in no time. Come on, let's go further.
And so the 3 friends went further into the desert. Oh, it's very hot here. I can't walk any further.
Me too. Let's turn around. No, let's pitch our tent and rest now. We'll travel at night when it's cooler.
And so the 3 friends rested in the day, and they only traveled at night. This made their journey across the desert much longer. After a few days, all the friends grew very tired.
I'm also tired of carrying all the food, water, and firewood we have. I think we should rest for a day before we go any further. I know how to read the stars, and they're telling me that we are very close to our destination.
Suddenly, a storm broke out in the desert.
Ow, there's sand in my eyes. I can't see a thing. Let's wait for a while. The storm will pass.
In the meanwhile, the camels walked further and further, and in no time they were far away from the 3 men.
Where are our camels? We've lost them. They've gone far away from us. Oh no!
And so the 3 friends were stuck in the desert for a long time.
I think we've learned our lesson. Let's not be blindly so sure of anything again.
The 3 friends had learned a lesson. They realized how dangerous it was to be overconfident and too sure of oneself. The Jackal and the Wise Mouse. One day, a jackal looking for food spotted the king of mice and his whole community.
I could catch a mouse right now, but that would only fill my stomach for a day. I should act wisely to make sure that I have food for at least a month.
So the jackal stood under a tree near the mouse hole on one leg with his mouth open. When the Mouse King came out, he inquired,
Sir, what are you doing? Why are you standing on one leg?
So that the earth does not need to bear the weight of me on 4 legs. Sir, why is your mouth open? To get in a lot of air, as I am feeding on air to survive.
Why are you facing the sun?
So that I can offer my prayers to the sun god all the time.
The Mouse King was very impressed with the simplicity and devotion of the jackal. The whole mouse community heard of the saintly jackal. They went to seek his blessings before they went off in search of food. As the last mouse turned to go, the jackal jumped on him and gobbled him up. This way, the jackal ate a mouse every day. Days passed by, and the jackal got plump and stout.
It is a miracle that the jackal living on air is getting healthier day by day.
Just then, the Prime Minister came to the king.
It's strange, O king. I am worried about some mice that have gone missing. Missing? Yes, O king. It is very strange. The mice have just disappeared. There's no clue if they've been killed or taken away, as nobody has seen any such incident.
The Mouse King was immediately suspicious of the jackal, and after some thought, realized how the jackal must be catching the mice unaware. The next day, the king remained at the end of the line to get blessings from the jackal. When the king mouse turned to leave, the jackal pounced. But the alert king moved out of the way, and the jackal fell to the ground. Hearing all the commotion, the mice ran to their king's rescue. They started to chase the jackal as a group. The jackal ran for his life and never returned. Thus, the wise Mouse King saved his subjects from the cunning jackal. Moral: evil to him who thinks evil. The Lion and the Boar. In a dense forest, there lived a majestic lion, the king of the jungle. One day, a wild boar came to the pond to drink water. And then, the lion also came there to drink water.
I am the king of this jungle, and I will drink this water first. You have to wait till I finish drinking.
Nothing doing. I don't care who you are. I came here first. And I'll drink first. If you think you're powerful, try to stop me.
How dare you speak like this to me? I am the king of this jungle.
Both the lion and the wild boar started fighting. The vultures, sitting on a nearby tree, were watching this.
Look at these two, the way they are fighting. One of them is bound to die. We will have a tasty meal today.
I am the king of this jungle, and I should not be fighting with the boar for small reasons as drinking water. Hey, look up there. All those vultures are waiting for one of us to die. Why should we feed the vultures? Can't we be friends?
You're right. It is wise on our part to stop quarreling and drink water and go our way.
Since you came to the pool first, you can drink the water first. I will have it after you have finished.
Both the animals drank water and went their ways. The disappointed vultures flew off one by one, realizing there was no use of waiting anymore. Moral: one must act according to the situation and should learn to compromise.
మరిన్ని వివరాల కొరకు మరియు సందేహాల కొరకు మా హెల్ప్లైన్ నంబర్ను సంప్రదించగలరు. ధన్యవాదములు.